They were so captivated that they drifted several miles along the coast, almost without realizing it. But while they were gazing in rapt attention, a sloop suddenly came on the scene belonging to Paganino da Mare, a celebrated corsair of the time. Once it sighted the boats, it set a course straight for them. They were unable to get away fast enough, and Paganino caught up with the boat with the ladies in it. As soon as he laid eyes on Messer Riccardo's beautiful wife, he stopped wanting any other booty and whisked her into his sloop under the eyes of her husband, who was now on shore, and sailed away. It doesn't take much to imagine how upset the judge was by the sight, given that he was so jealous. He was fearful of the very air she breathed. In Pisa and elsewhere, he started fruitlessly complaining about the criminal behavior of corsairs, but without discovering who had carried off his wife or where they had taken her. When Paganino took in how beautiful she was, he felt that he was on to a good thing. Not having a wife, he thought he might hang on to her permanently, and began gently soothing her tears, which were copious. He had long ago thrown away saints' calendars and forgotten all about feast days and holidays. That night he consoled her with some action, on the grounds that words had not helped much during the day. His consolations were so effective that the judge and his rules had gone entirely out of her head before they reached Monaco, and she began to have the time of her life with Paganino. And once he had got her there, he not only consoled her day and night, but honored her as his wife. After a while, Messer Riccardo got wind of the whereabouts of his good lady. Ardently desiring to do something and believing that no one else could manage to do what needed to be done, he made up his mind to go and get her himself, being prepared to pay out any amount of money to recover her. So he set to sea and sailed to Monaco. Once there, he caught sight of his wife, and she caught sight of him as she reported back to Paganino that evening, also informing him what his intentions were. When Messer Riccardo saw Paganino the next morning, he went up to him and quickly started an easy, friendly conversation with him, while Paganino pretended all the while not to recognize him and waited for him to get to the point. When he judged the moment had arrived, deploying his best abilities in the most ingratiating way possible, Messer Riccardo disclosed the reason why he had come to Monaco, begging Paganino to take as much money as he wanted and give him back the lady. "Sir," replied Paganino, with a cheerful expression on his face, "you are very welcome here. My reply, in brief, is as follows. It is true I have a young woman in my house, though I don't know whether she's your wife or someone else's. I don't know anything about her except what I've gathered from her during her stay with me. If you are her husband, as you say, I'll take you to her, since you seem to be a likable gentleman, and I am sure she'll recognize you very well. If she says that the situation is as you say and wishes to go away with you, then, since I do love a likable man such as you can give me the amount you yourself decide on for a ransom. But if the situation should be different, it would be indecent for you to try to take her away from me, since I've got youth on my side and can hold a woman in my arms as well as any man, particularly one who is more attractive than any other girl I've ever seen. Πολύ καλό αυτό. Δεν το συζητάω. Παγκανίνο. Καλός.